everyone! Welcome to our third mission in Northwind, Eldfall Chronicles, Northwind Wind. We're going to be doing Breaking the Barrier, and obviously I have everything set up. Now, one thing I did do, and this is actually something you can do per the rules pre-mission. Usually it's in the journey phase, is to swap gear around. So I figured while these two were running, Na'ra would have given the short sword to Anari, and the Na'ri would have given a single medicine to Na'ra, so that way everything's kind of split up. Because this right here is 2 points of inventory for her, and she's got an inventory of 4. The short sword, the arcane monocle, and this are 3, and she's got an inventory of 5. So they're fine. So we set up everything. This is actually how it is. There's no enemies on the board yet, so let's go ahead and read our start. Cut off by an impassable wreckage, you must find another route to the Hilltop Temple, hoping to reunite with Theros and Sagan, if fate allows. You steel yourself, focusing on the task ahead. The barrier suppressing your magic is close. You can feel its presence. The debris from the fallen obstruction chokes most passages, forcing you to navigate through narrow gaps around the scattered rubble. At last, you emerge onto a wider road. The quest rules, Chaos Deck is not used, and there's an arcane barrier. Spells cannot be used normally as long as there are profane burners present. That's what this little guy is, that's a burner. Each cleansed profane burner gradually allows heroes to use more spells. When the first is cleansed, my heroes can cast spells of the enchantment type with their reach reduced to 3. So 3 spaces. Once all of them are cleared, they can cast spells of any type, and the reach limitation is fully removed. The quest ends when everyone leaves through the exit. So, and then everything else is there. I actually don't know how magic works yet, so this is going to be a whole thing. Okay, so let's go through. I do have a spell book, so I can look up all the spells and how it works. Alright, so we're on the hero turn. I've got their action points, or activation points. We have strategic, which would be use class items or other applicable abilities. We're not doing that. We go to upkeep. They get their AP. We go to tactical. So there's no hostiles. And there is one encounter. So who's going to activate first? Na'ra moves 3. Anari moves 2. I'm going to start with Anari. So she's going to go 1, 2, and she's going to trigger the encounter. So, what is encounter 1? Let's read. Encounter 1. Ahead, dozens of braziers burn with an eerie purple glow, their flickering flames pulsing with dark energy. The air hums with corruption, the source of the profane enchantment unmistakable. Anari speaks. We must disrupt the enchantments to restore our connection to the arcane. Wraith-like translucent figures drift across the ground, drawn to the braziers like moths to the flame. Na'ra, the spirits are feeding on the energy. Suddenly, one of the spirits seems to sense you. Its ethereal form convulses, twisting unnaturally as it turns. Hollow eyes glow with unblinking malice, and with a shriek that splits the air, it surges forward, drifting, writhing, relentless in its defense of the cursed flame. So, we now place a vengeful spirit on the space with the profane burner. And then we're going to move, and we're going to place another profane burner token on 1, which is up here. So, my profane burner tokens are kind of weird. There's only a couple of them. There's the other one. Yeah. So 1 goes up there. And then we get a vengeful spirit. You guys haven't gotten to see this little dude because we've been dealing with Oni. But now, we have a spooky ghost. Spooky, scary, spook pretends. And then place encounter 2 on 2. Oh god. Okay. 2 is here. So now I got to get my encounter 2 token, which I expected there to be more than 1 or 2. Encounter 2. And then encounter 1 goes away because we used it. It only triggers once. So now we have a spirit. We have her. She can't cast magic. That is a severe problem. And we need to get my cards for the Vengeful Spirit. Because he is not... so currently he is on the reactive step. I'm going to put it right there. Because currently he is not... what's the word I'm thinking of? He's not confused or distracted or anything, really. He's straight up, like, Madge. Now, I could throw... I don't have a throwing knife on my girl here. So, no hucking knives. Where is my Vengeful Spirit card? There's one. I actually have a couple of Vengeful Spirit cards. I was smart. I kept my cards out on the table. By the way, some of the maps do seem kind of large. If there's ever an occasion where the map is simply too big to let me do this kind of setup, my stuff will actually be off to the side, either over here where you can't see, over here. I will make it work. You just may not be able to see like the stat cards and the enemy behaviors. Let's see. Reactive step. Line of sight enemy within melee attack. Target of attack. Attacker outside. Gotcha. Okay. So he reacts if an enemy is within melee range. He attacks. If he's in the same space. Otherwise, if he's the target of attack, he dodges toward the attacker. So he doesn't move unless I try to hurt him. He just kind of hangs out. Okay. Because if I'm not within the same space, he won't attack me. And he only dodges towards me if he's the target of an attack. Okay, so otherwise he's just going to chill. He is Stealth 1, which is actually important. He does have the stealth mechanic. That's a trait. So, supposedly information's on the back. So let's take a look. On the back, we have Elemental Essence, Incorporeal. We have Undead and Stealth. Stealth. If this model activates or enters an enemy awareness, that enemy cannot declare a reaction unless it has line of sight to this model. Well, they see him, so stealth is useless. He ignores armor, but they have no armor. Or actually, Anari has armor, so his attacks actually will hurt Anari quite a bit. They only have 1 hit point apiece, so this is going to be real rough. I need to get in there and turn off the barrier. Let's see, he has Incorporeal. The POW of anything that is not a spell or burn is halved. So if she tries to hit him, the POW is going to be halved. And her claws are power equal to... So it would be halved. It'd go down to 6. Because her claws are power equal to her T, which is 12. Although she attacks something without AP, that's handy. What's his AP? He has 2. So he has 2 activation points. So let's go ahead and give him his 2. And, okay. So he's going to do stuff if I get near him. Is he very good at fighting? His offense is 10, so he has like a 50% chance to hit me. The power is a 10. The reach is same thing, and he only has 1 attack. So he's not the greatest at hitting. He's, kind of bottery. He only has 1 hit point, so if I can hit him, I kill him. It's just real hard to hurt him because of Incorporeal. Okay. So we did that. Now we have the quest rule. Cleansing the Profane Burner. A model may cleanse a Profane Burner by performing the interact and spending 1 mana counter, or by a successful M-3. So mind, or morale -3. So Anari has a morale of 14. Anari has a morale of 10. Okay. Okay. So Inari can convert her AP into mana because she is a mage. That's her class. So see, she has a class Enchanter and Mage, and there's a hint here saying one of Inari's classes is Mage, granting her the ability to convert AP into mana. Nari is an Artificer. So Nari would do the morale check if Nari gets in there. If Nari runs, she can get in there, but then she runs the risk of attack. Oh god, this is not going to be good. Huh. Huh. This is on the reactive stuff. I don't even know what he's going to do on the active. Okay. Can you react to interact? Like, that is a question I must ask. What can you react to? I know you can react to movement. Reaction 22, 25. Let's look. 22, 25. Reaction. Okay. All the rules of the reaction. Player and reacting of the activation point. Okay. So yeah, they can react to me doing an interact action. And you can try to hurt me. And getting hit is bad. This is going to be tricky. Because Anari can't. So Anari can't cast magic right now. I have to get in there and disable that burner. Huh. Okay. So that was. She has an action still. I think she's just going to stand there. She's going to idle. She's not going to go again. So you can activate out at like 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3. Dodging only moves him 1. But that would only put him here, which is a problem. 1, 2, 3. Idle. 1, 2. That would cause a reaction from the movement. Which means he would get a shot. Acute senses. What is acute senses? So let's look at her. Acute senses. Okay, that's not helpful. Climbing, leaping, and stealth. Okay. So none of hers help. What about Anari? So Anari has spellcraft. So Anari has Art of Enchanting, Water and Fire, and Cryomancy. So she can cast stuff like Cutting Chill, Burning Touch. She has a bunch of spells. I need her to actually have access to her magic. So he's got 2 reactions. I need him to burn it, is what I need. So I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, like, what are you talking about? So he can only react twice. I can have Inari move up and throw a knife. He would then react with the dodge action, trying to avoid the hit. So, and if he dodges, he's going to dodge here. But if I hit him, even if the power of the attack is 5, which is what it would be, I could potentially kill him. And if I kill him, stuff happens. Otherwise, I get him out of the little hole. And then I could entice him into the hole, giving Inari a chance to get here. It all depends on what does he do on his active turn. Let's take a quick look at what he does on his active turn. Active, he movement step, closest enemy. within 2 spaces, he will walk. He's not within 2, he's within 3. If he has line of sight, he will run towards the enemy. So he could get to either of them, but that would take an entire action. And then on his next turn, he would actually try to stab me. This is actually challenging. Because it's all about how do I make him use up his actions. Like, do I take the shot? Do I take the throw? I think I do. I'm going to have to. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 move. And the other half is targeting an attack. So she's going to try to target him. He will attempt to dodge. So now I have to remind myself how dodging works. Practice makes perfect, of course. As you learn. So he is dodging against an attack. So it needs to make an agility roll. And this agility is an 8. If it succeeds, it'll ignore any hit I make. So let's go ahead and do its dodge. It does not succeed. So it still moves up 1 in a minute. But now I'm going to attempt to hit it with a thrown weapon. And I have to remember it's throwing agility equal to have T, which is 6. She's got plenty of space. Strike is equal to the item's quantity, so strike is 1. It counts as a ranged attack, so it is agility-based. And her agility is 12. So, that is a critical fumble. That is a critical... I don't think anything happened on a critical fumble, exactly. But that would be a crit failure. So, she hucks the knife. It's sitting in the space with the spirit. He does dodge forward. Okay. Now he can actually get to her. So I think she just has to take an attempt at getting to him. Do an opposed roll. Her offense is 13, and his offense is 10, so she has a better chance. So, let's see if she gets her ass knocked out. She'll move up. He will react, declaring an attack. She will then declare her attack. So we're doing opposed attacks. Her strike is equal to her stamp. So she's getting 2, and he gets 1. So, let's see if he even succeeds. He has a 10. He gets a 19. He does not succeed on his strike. So, I have 2, and I'm on 13. 13 to 12. She hits both times. That is important. I hit both strikes. Thank God. He did have AP, so now I have to do my damage roll. The power is halved because he's incorporeal. So the power on each of these is 6. So if I get a 6 or less on either of these, I kill him. I get a 1. Right there. And a 10. So the 10 doesn't do anything. It would give him a weak point. Doesn't matter. I got him. He's dead. Put him over here. Thank God. You still got 2. 1, 2. I'm going to run. So, or actually, no. I'm going to go ahead. She's not going to do that. She's not going to move. She's going to burn 1 to gain mana. So how does that work? So first of all, do I have a mana token? We're going to look at my token pool. Point superior common mana counter. Yes, I do. It's a squiggly little frame. Okay, so let's look at the class rules. What's Artificer do? Oh, Artificers can enchant self for free without rolling in the strategic phase. Neat. So she can start enchanting herself without rolling. I don't know how magic works. So Mage, spend unspent AP. Convert AP to mana while in the active role. So I'm going to activate her, and she will convert that to mana. So let's see how that works. The spell casting is weird. We're learning spells in this one. God, I am glad that worked. Spell casting. Spellcraft. Spell. 50. So 33 and 50. So let's look at 50 first. 50 spells and magic. Cast spells. Find the spells in the spell book. Caster uses int. Spell one at a time. Mana counters. While the actor roll. Mana is required. Represents the mana energy to cast spells. These counters are expended to cast to cover the cost of conjuration and other spells. Okay, so I just convert any number of AP into an equal number of mana counters. So she's going to convert this AP into a mana counter, which is one of my little squiggly boys. And I saw those earlier, and I see one right here. So Anari has one little mana boy. That was her turn. He's dead, so I don't have to worry about him right now. So I'm going to take these off the board. Although I imagine I'm going to need them shortly. Okay. So we go to the hostile phase. There are no living hostiles. Haha! I have killed them successfully. So they would get AP during the hostile phase, but they don't need it. So we go to the normal phase. They each get their AP back. And before I do anything, I'm going to actually use Na'ra first, because Na'ra can attempt to cleanse this with a mind roll, or a morale roll, which is the M, but it's -3. So she's going to activate. And she's going to take one step in. Move this over. And then she will declare an interact action. So I roll this, and if I get an 11 or less, I succeed. She fails. She will use her second to idle and try again. 9. Success. Okay. So I've now cleansed that. That enables us to now cast enchantment-type spells with the reach or distance reduced by 3. So, she can cast spells of the enchantment type. She's got Command of the Undead, Curse of Decay, Spectral Sight. They're all profane spells. Importantly, I believe these undead do not care about profane anything. Importantly, if a profane hits a vengeful spirit, the spirit suffers any damage caused, but it has elemental essence profane, so it doesn't get any additional effects. Important. So that was both of her actions. Now we need to. I'm going to move Inari. I'm going to actually spend the first one. It's going to be a run. So she goes 1, 2. Because she runs double, she stops on encounter 2. Encounter 2. As you approach the next burner, more spirits materialize. Their spectral forms contort, siphoning from the flames. Then their baleful gaze locks onto you. Deprived of the lost burner's energy, they now hunger for a new source. Yours. Oh my. Okay. So I need to roll a die. And depending on what I roll, different things are going to happen. So something could spawn here. Something could spawn here. I really, really want maybe an 11 to 15. We'll see. Okay. So we need to roll a die. I got an 8. So on an 8, I place one vengeful spirit on 1, which is up here. And another one 2 spaces west of the exit. I think I only have 2 of these little guys. So 2 spaces west of the exit, right here. Or 2 spaces west. So the exit, 1, 2. Like that. Okay. Okay. When the heroes clean... Okay. Importantly, when the heroes cleanse all profane burners, trigger encounter 3. So Na'ra can't move. She can cast magic, but she has a reduced range. and I have to move first. So let's take a look at her spells. She cast fire and water. So what are these? Oh yeah, we're going to need my Vengeful Spirit card. Neither of them have AP. Actually, I guess they come in. No, they wouldn't have AP because they weren't here during the strategic phase. And they are currently in the reactive step. So if I'm going to do anything, I need to do it now. Alright, so she's got Cure and Ice Spikes under Cryomancy. And then she has Art of Enchanting. I think Cryomancy is actually her damage spells. Let's look. So I have a spell book. Enchanting. Burning Touch. Target gains Sweep and Burn. The enchanted model may declare Assist and remove Bleeding. Okay. Cutting Chill is the water version. Melee attacks get +2 power. And importantly, these guys take full damage against any sort of without the spell type or burn. So if I get Burning Touch from her on her, and the range would be 5 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can get Burn on them, how long does it last? Like, how long does an enchantment last? Is it just permanent? I think it's permanent. I could Ice Spike him. Oh my god, I could Ice Spike him. That's reach 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she moves back 2. 1, 2. Then she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not long enough to get him with the Ice Spike. Because it's -3 distance, which is important. But she also has Water Lash and Frost. Frost is a spray. I own no spray. So that is a problem. I have no templates. I would have to figure out just how big a spray is. But I really want Burn. Because Burn fucks him up. Oh, I see. Okay. So importantly, specific spells require mana. So for instance, if I'm looking at this thing, under Conjuration there is Summon Earth Elemental. It costs 3 mana for the effect. Deep Freeze costs 1 mana for the effect. So the specific stuff I need... Okay, so let's look up Enchanting. How long does Enchanting last? Because if it lasts... Like, I need to find out how long Enchanting lasts. Because depending on how long it lasts, I can give Na'ra Burn, and then she's no longer having her damage potential, and she herself can buff herself for free, apparently. Which I have to read how that works. Like, it says during the strategic phase, so I'm not sure how that actually works. So let's look up Enchanting. This is the kind of stuff you have to do when you're learning. Enchantment 50. All the magic stuff's on 50. 5 types of spells. The effects last until the caster's next strategic phase. So casting an enchantment right now is not actually useful. Honestly. Because if I cast an enchantment, it's only going to last until my next strategic phase. And they can only be cast in my active role. And the strategic phase is very early on, right? Yeah. Yeah. During the strategic phase, active models may be able to activate certain abilities. The ability or item will clearly state this. So is that what Nara's entire gimmick is? Because she says, like, the Artificer, is that the gimmick of the Artificer? Because the Artificer very specifically says, Enchant self for free without roll in the strategic phase. So Na'ra can give herself an enchantment any way she wants and now in my strategic phase. So Na'ra can enchant herself. Cool. I don't think it's worth enchanting since it only lasts until my strategic phase. So I'd want to have her at the start enchant Na'ra for Na'ra to go ham. However, he can only move 2 on his turn. If he dodges... Okay. Like, he's not in line of sight of me. He doesn't see me. He sees me. He doesn't. Which is important because of the active stuff. Because he's just going to walk towards the enemy on each of his actions. So he'd be like 1, 2, 1, 2. Because he can't see me if I move back. Well, here he could. And he would run. He's going to run. Because I'm not within 2. And running would be 1, 2, 3, 4. If I move back here, I can keep him from getting to me. So, and I need to be within 5 to cast Ice Spike. I am thinking she's going to Ice Spike this dude. Or Water Lash. What is Water Lash? Water Lash has a strike of stamina, but has 2 points of knockback. Which means he would knock him back 2 squares if he doesn't kill him. Power is 8, though. And he has all power that are... Is it all spells or all burn? Oh, spell type. Okay, so he's not having the power of any of this shit. I think I'd rather Ice Spike him. So it's -3 range. Ice Spike has a base range of 8 spaces. It'll go down to 5. So I step back 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so she steps back 1 square. This is her second point, and then she's going to cast Ice Spike. Ice Spike is strike 3. Now he does get to dodge, and he has to dodge all 3 strikes. I forgot that on her attack. Wouldn't have mattered. So I have... So it's an int roll, I believe. And her int is 14. So that was a 2. So he has to dodge 3 hits. Because I rolled a 13. Let me make sure. I believe it's just an int cap. It's an int thing. It's on 50. We're learning spellcasting here. Unless specified, the caster uses an attribute in casting spells. Okay. And I'm pretty sure Water Ice Spikes. Target becomes slowed on hit. So now he is slowed. So even if he dodges all these and doesn't die to this, he is slowed. Which is... What is slow? Half speed? Okay, well, slow, weirdly enough, is... Where is that? I'm going to guess it's in my quick reference. Slowed. Half speed. So his speed's now 1. So even if he doesn't... So that's he doesn't suffer damage on a successful dodge, I believe. Like, let me double check on our quick reference guide. The quick reference is really helpful for this. Dodge. On a successful agility roll, it avoids non-critical hits. So he has to make 3 separate rolls, and if any of them get through, he's slowed. Okay. So he needs to succeed on 3 separate rolls. So he has an agility of 8. Let's move this die over here. He has an agility of 8. Let's roll. 15 is a failure. These 2 succeed, but he failed on 1. He is slowed. The other 2 he succeeded on, though. So we only got 1 hit. POW is 11 on this. Does he have armor? No. So it's an 11. 11 or less. 17. I don't damage him. He also dodges half his speed forward. So that's fine. Because now he has to deal with everything. So now we go to the active step. For these guys, and the reactive for me. Oh yeah, she picked up her knife, because I forgot. She got in the space with her with the knifey. So she picked it back up. So now, these 2 each have 2 points, which I'll just represent one and then the other, because they'll go. There is like an initiative order based on tier. It doesn't really matter. So we'll start with him. He is slowed because I hit him. So he's just going to run, which would be double. So he's going to go 1 run, 2 runs. He is now in my square. But he's out of points. He can't do jack any further. Other guy's going to walk. 1, 2, 1, 2. Because he couldn't, or I guess he would run to this spot. Okay. Because he could see from here and then he'd run in to get within melee range. Alright. So that was both of them. So now they're reactive again. But importantly, we get some shenanigans now. So she's engaged, but one of the spells is actually melee, so she can cast it in melee without any sort of penalty. But first, we're in the strategic phase. And in the strategic phase, my girl Nari can cast necromancy enchantments. If there are any enchantments that she can cast. So let's look at what she's got. She can cast them for free. Command, Curse of Decay, Spectral Sight. Is necromancy? Oh yeah, necromancy's all by itself. Okay, that's fun. Oh, she can cast any of these for free? So she can cast Necrotic Wound, Soul Leech, Second Chance, Life Leech. How many can she cast? It doesn't say. Enchant Self for free without roll. So I'm assuming it's still just one spell. Otherwise, she would just fucking go ham on herself. Cleave and Poison 2. The general gains Advantage Undead. What is Advantage Undead? Well, I don't even know what that is. I don't actually know what Advantage Undead is. Huh. Undead. I guess it just becomes undead. It doesn't say what that means. That's the problem. Second chance is nice. That's healing. She actually has a healing spell. What is Cleave and Poison 2? Cleave. Okay, that just gives double wounds. That actually gives 2 wounds. Model becomes poisoned. But I'm pretty sure undead are poisoned. Yeah, so that's not helpful. Neither of those are helpful. What is advantage? Is that state? This is a problem. Because it just says advantage undead. But I don't know what that means. It's not under states, bleeding, blinding, immobilized. Class Artificer. During their strategic phase. Okay. During their strategic phase, artificers may select an enchantment spell available to them and apply its effect to themselves. Okay. What is advantage? Literally does not say what that means. So that's a problem. I have no idea what advantage means. The problem is unless I hit them with a spell, they just kind of don't care. I need to burn their stuff for Anari, though. Because Anari's the one who's got the best shot at killing them, necessarily. And they're in there, so they can stab Anari. And Anari is not the greatest at dodging. Yeah, literally, Artificer doesn't help. However, Command the Undead might. Huh. Spell cannot be negated by elemental essence and does not cause confrontation. So, okay. She has a spell called Command the Undead. It's right there. This spell, it's continuous. The spell cannot be negated by elemental essence, so it ignores elemental essence profane that these guys have, which is good because, I mean, that's half the point. It does not cause a confrontation. To succeed, the caster must perform a number of int rolls equal to the tier. These things are tier 1. If I had mana, I could guarantee stuff. If successful, the target's attack rolls are negated, and a target with Undead 1 becomes allied to the caster. The converted hostile retains its HP. So what does ally do? I know this is the moment where we're trying to figure out how I want to proceed without getting my ass beat. Because importantly, do I just control their movement? Do they follow? I guess another thing. So this is 2 things. No offense, that are not in here. Ally, 18. Okay. Ally. Allies are models that assist your heroes. Allies are considered heroes and can operate either by being controlled by me or using behavior mechanics. Okay. I know what we're doing. Importantly, they're engaged. So the best they can do is dodge towards me. She can draw. If I get her over here. Okay. So she's not going to cast anything during strategic. Because none of them make any use here. I don't know what advantage undead is, and I'm going to have to look up what that actually means somewhere else. So, my girl's going to move here. So I need to know what a casting area is. What is the casting aura? Because the spell is casting aura for its range, and I don't know what that means. Casting aura, 45. Okay. 45. Casting aura is represents an aura equal to my awareness. Oh, I don't even have to see them. Oh, but my reach is -3, so I can't actually use it. Okay, so we're just going to have to get into a scrum, I suppose. Can I fit in there? Yes, I can. Okay. This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna have to go. Or do I have Anari try it? Because if Anari declares a spell, they're gonna declare an attack. Because they're reactive. I don't move, so they can't react to my movement. But technically, they react to my movement. So, the trick is these aren't opposed rolls, and they I think happen simultaneously. What's the power of its weapon? 10? Okay. So there's no confrontation here. He's going to make his roll. I'm going to make mine. The question is, oh, I act, they react. So he's dead. He doesn't get a reaction. Resolution. Modifiers apply. All required rolls are informed. Okay, so everything is simultaneous. Okay. Well, we're going to see if Anari can blast this dude into... Actually, she would do a spray, I guess? I would do a spray, but how does sprays work? Like, technically speaking, I don't know how a spray would work in this case. Type of AoE. Blast, small. Oh, okay. So, they actually have the AoE rules here. AoE blast small affects everything within a target space. Blast large is everything in the target space and one adjacent space. So, like, if I was blasting, I could do here and here. Sprays affect all models within 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, including the space I'm standing in. And that's a spray small. Spray large does it for 5. Okay, so if I do a spray, I can hit both of them. Because they're both going to get attempts at me. It's all simultaneous anyway. Alright, so we're going to try spray. So they're going to declare attacks, and I'm going to do a spray. Now, does the spray require a hit roll? This is a spell, so I'm imagining not. I imagine I'm just casting the spell. Let's see. True line of sight. Area of effect. Spells with area of effect. A model can avoid AoE effects with a successful dodge action. Yeah, I just make one casting check. It is a spell. It is a sorcery spell with spray 8. So, from the look of it, actions targeting another model can cause several one of each successful strike roll. I'm not rolling strikes. This is a spray. This is a spell. It is not. She's only holding a short sword. Apparently, if you have both hands covered, you can. Okay. Yeah. Actually, no, it says strike 1. So I guess this is still a strike roll. So I'm rolling to cast it and then rolling to hit. Well, forming action targets strikes. This never just rolled forming action and a target strike values. Okay. So I am striking, but I'm using my int for it, and it applies to everybody. Because it affects all models. Okay. So she's going to make one roll against her int of 14. It's her. She got an 11, so she succeeds. Now, that 11, and she was idling, they would declare attacks against her because they are in space. So there's 2 attacks coming at her that she will have to, I think, eat because she can't dodge them. And they're trying to get under 10. So an 8 and a 12. So one is going to successfully get through. So one of these guys hits her. She is hitting both of them. So now everything happens simultaneously. So they have to roll their POW of 10. They got a 3. They're hitting her and knocking her unconscious. She has a POW of 11, and it is a spell. She gets one of them. So they both used up 1. So they all have 1. So one of them is dead. She's unconscious. Now, I can use medicine on my strategic phase, which is important. So she is unconscious. She is incapacitated. So she's done, but she got rid of one of them. Thank God. So now Nari has to get up in there. He has 1 reaction left, so I can eat that. Oh, I know what I'm doing with Nari. Nari's going to go 1, 2 for her move. Her action's going to be to throw her knife. And here's why. He only has 1 action point left. She can make it to him and claw at him, which is a lot more of a damage potential. Anyway, but I can make him move. Or she can cast a spell. Oh, she could. Wait a minute. So how does incapacitated work? We're learning stuff here. I need to look up incapacitated. And this is important, specifically, because I can get her ass back up. Incapacitated. Idle. Incapacitated. 48 and 61. 61. Incapacitated. If a model had activation points when it became incapacitated, which it already does, if I undo it, she can... Okay, so when model HP reaches 0, it enters incapacitated. Well, in this state, the model cannot receive action points, cannot perform activations or reactions. Note that a model had remaining AP, Anari does, she gets to keep it until the end. The state is cancelled if the model gains at least 1 hit point. Now, importantly, Na'ra has a spell on Necromancy called Second Chance. It is healing, it is ranged. She is 1, 2, 3. She is within range. Also, she could just move here, and she has plenty of range. That's what I'm going to do. The model regains 1 HP. If the target model was incapacitated, she is. It regains an AP. Okay, and it's strike 2, so she has 2 shots at this. I assume. Let me read that. Like, strike 2 on a spell is kind of weird. Do I have to make 2 successes? Like, how does that work? Spells and magic, healing. Okay, healing spells are short lasting unless that effectively healing spell lasts during the activation sequence. It doesn't. Its second chance does not have. Okay, so she just needs to hit once. So if she hits with both, does she heal twice? Not that you can. She only has 1 hit point. Okay. Int 13 and 11 succeeds. Anari gets back up and gets an extra AP back. Cool. Okay, that was handy. Now, and he would react, but he's not the target of an attack, so he's not going to move. So Anari can do some shenanigans again. But first, I want Na'ra to throw a knife at him. But wait, can he even leave? He's engaged. I don't think he can move. Well, dodge will move, I believe. Okay, yeah, he would actually try to dodge towards his attacker. Because target of attacker is outside of his space. He is. He dodges towards it, and I'm within awareness of 1, 2, 3. So, Nari's going to try to throw a knife at his head. So, an agility roll for Nari, 12. 17 misses. Knife is gone. Knife is in this space, and he would dodge. Agility roll. He succeeds anyway, so he dodges here. But now, Anari's right here. And Anari is going to ass blast him intelligently, mind you, with her ever so loving ice spikes. He is well within range. It is strike 3. He will, of course, declare dodge, so he's going to dodge in. She has 2 hits. No, 3 hits, because her int is 14, 12, 12, 12, 12, and 13. So he has to dodge 3 times to not get blasted at power 11. A 1 succeeds, a 5, and a 7. Oh my god, he did! So he dodges all of them and hops right back in. She's going to try again, and he's going to declare his 1 melee attack, and we're going to see if she can kill him. 2 hits this time, 1 miss, and then he's going to try to stab her. He hits her, she hits him. Her POW 11s, a 1 and a 14. The 1 does the damage, so he's dead. Does he knock her out again? No, he does not. His POW was a 10, and he got a 14. So she somehow lives, kills him. Oh dear God. Okay. So, spells are powerful. These 2 are squishy as fuck. Okay, so we go to the hostiles. There are no hostiles. They're gone. So now, we go back to our next action. And we'll get rid of this. And this. And we're going to go and disable that propane. So, I'm going to have Nari run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then she's just going to walk, and she's going to try with her last interact action. A 11. A 9 gets it, so we clear this. I can now cast my spells freely, and she wouldn't interact. Oh, and she passed through, so she gets her stabbing back. However, there is a third encounter. Encounter 3. So, when the Cures cleanse all profane burners, trigger encounter 3. One of the Oni stragglers senses the barrier fading and turns back, making its way to the ritual site to investigate the disruption. Place 1 Oni Marauder with 1 wound and 3 weak points on the exit facing where the heroes are. Bro is here. So now I gotta deal with this motherfucker. But we have full magic ability. He is going to have 1 wound, 3 will points, or weak points, which I believe will be enough weak points for me to actually do stuff to him. technically he is reactive right now because she has not gone. Nari did all that. And she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's got range. Okay, so Oni Marauder. And we need to put down 1 wound and 3 weak points. I gotta read weak points. Yeah, this is taking a while, but I'm learning. I like spells, so I like ranged attacks and hurling magic from a distance. Although melee isn't too bad. I'm certain I'm doing something wrong, and I hope that people who are better at this game will be nice and like comment and say like, hey, you goofed up this rule, or hey, you goofed up that rule, so I know what the hell I'm doing wrong. So far, nobody has said that, so I assume I'm doing right. 3 weak points. So how do weak points work again? I need to read, because I didn't get to use them last time. Weak points. 48. And weak points are something I'm never going to have to know. Weak points. Exploiting weak points. Heroes exploit weak points. Heroes can exploit weak points when the number of weak point counters on a hostile equal or exceeds the hostile's tier. So I can exploit weak points now. So this turns one of my strikes into a critical hit. Okay. So I could crit him. Okay, so I need 8 spaces between me and this nut job, because if he dodges, and he can dodge twice, he can get 2 spaces up. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. My spells are 8 now. She's going to back up 1, and she's going to ice spike him. And he will obviously declare a dodge. So he's going to dodge 3 strikes, depending. 11, 5, 3. All succeed against her into 14. So he has to make 3 agility 8 dodges to avoid 3 hits. And if one of these hits, I'm going to probably turn it into a crit. He misses 1, so that's going to crit. No, he misses 2. That's a 9. He only had an agility. So he negates 1, so we have 2. So he is going to get to dodge 1 space forward. And now I need to critical hit him. What is a crit? How does a crit work? Because I'm going to burn a weak point to turn it into a crit. Critical hit, 47. Okay, critical hit. A critical hit reduces his armor to 0 for that hit. So one of the hits, he is going to take a POW 11. The other is a POW 8. So this is the POW 11. I don't hit it. The other is a POW 8. That's the same roll. That's fine. So he doesn't take anything, but he did get hit, and I do believe I get to stack 1 weak point back on him. If I'm reading the weak points right. When he lands a hit but fails to inflict a wound, they get a weak point. And whenever I apply a successful damage roll that does not, an attack roll that does not result in a damage roll, I can apply weak points. So wait. Whenever the hero prepares a successful attack that does not result in a... So if I make an... Okay. Well, I did 3 hits, 2 of which failed. I can only give him 1 weak point per activation sequence. So he gets the weak point I spent back. We're going to try that again. 3 shots. He's always going to move up, so... that one fails, only 1 succeeds, so he only has to make 1 dodge. He fails it, and that's a critical failure. I don't think that matters, but in case it does. Because I only saw critical success. I didn't see critical failure. don't think there is a crit failure. Yeah, it was just critical hits. Wait, 47. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna do the critical hit again. We're gonna convert the weak point that I have on him because he's back at 3 to hurt him. Where are the weak points again? I have lost my space. Was it 47? I think. Yeah. No, weak points. Here we are. Only certain hostiles can apply weak points. Okay. So he's got 3 hit points left. He failed the dodge roll, so he's taking the hit. He does get to still move up because he dodged. This is a POW 11. Where was the critical hit again? 47. Score manual. Okay. So it just drops his armor again, so I need a POW 11. I get an 11. Exactly. So he takes another point of damage. He is at 2. But that is everybody's actions. God help me. Also, he is down to 2 weak points, not 3. That's important because I burned one to actually like negate his fucking armor. Because his armor is pretty hard. He has 3 armor, so he's actually kind of annoying to deal damage to. Okay, so now he is active. He has done his reactions. He is active. Importantly, Na'ra can throw things at his ass from a distance, and she might. Okay, so he is now active. He can see Na'ra though, and I think she is the closest. Use demon if able. What is demon? Okay, let's look at this card. What is demon? It says use demon if able. Demon. When this deals a wound, target must perform an emerald. Failed roll makes them panicked. Okay, so if he actually hurts somebody. So line of sight, and within 3, walk towards the enemy. Okay, so he's going to walk towards the enemy. 1, 2. He doesn't run. He only ever walks. Now he is within range of her. Okay, now she can react to that because his action would just be to idle. Line of sight or enemy within, walk towards the enemy. That's what he does, and he only has 2 points of movement, so that's activation 1. Now she can react. He's going to declare idle per his card. It's rotate, stop one away, idle if true. So he only walks towards them. That's a walk action. And then his action step, he would dodge towards the enemy. So he would declare a dodge against Na'ra, and she's going to try to hook a dagger at him because she has. Also, she gets to react, but I don't think you can react with spells. I don't think you can cast spells as a reaction. I don't think you can cast spells as a reaction. Reaction 22, 25. Pretty sure you can't. Okay. That's still a reactive spell. See page 55 for type of attack, because I can declare a attack. Okay, so I can declare an attack. I can, in fact, declare a spell if it's an attack type spell. Oh, okay. So he's going to declare a dodge forward, and he's got two people trying to blast him off the face of the planet. Okay. Oh, I did hit him with ice spikes. His movement, he was slowed. But this is. He would be slowed if I hit him now. Okay, if the attacking model has a strike greater than 1, in the reactor roll, strike is 1. So I cast the spell, but the strike is 1. So what spell would I cast? I think I would cast Water Lash. Lower power, but if I hit, it has knockback 2, which would shove him back 2 squares. Okay, so both of them are going to try to blast him. So I'm going to start with her. Int 14. Fails. She's going to try her agility 12 for a knife throw. Hits. So he has to dodge her hit, which is his agility 8. Fails. So he does get to move up a square, but she hits him. And her knife is doing 10 minus 3. Her knife is doing 7. Hits! I rolled a 7. So she does another wound to him. Okay, he's at 3. I have a feeling that she's going to get her ass hurt, though. Because he's about to spend his... so he dodged forward. And that was a reaction from both of them. And now he's just going to hit her. And he has 2 strikes. With armor piercing, she has no armor. And a power of 19. Both hit. And power 19, both damage. Yeah, so she would react with a dodge on both of those. And let's see if she gets her agility 12s. Yes, she does. She's not going to... And you know what? She'll dodge into the square with him. Because she is not about that life. Okay. So now, that was both of his actions. Because that's what he does. So now he's switching to reactive. During the strategic phase, she might cast a spell. Because now she is staring at something very large and very scary. And I don't like it. And I believe one of the necromancy spells gives her cleave and poison too. Yeah, so she's going to enchant herself with necrotic wound. So she gains cleave and poison 2. Now, importantly, it has the power of star, which I don't know what that means. It can only be a normal action. Casting a spell is apparently a normal action, so there you go. But yeah, she's gonna get enchant herself with necrotic wound. Let me check enchant because that has a star under POW, and there was a note about that. Oh, the enchanted model's attacks are considered to have the spell type. So it's spell type profane, which he has affinity for. So he won't get the poison, I don't believe. Let me see. Affinity profane. Yeah. So he won't get the poison stacks, but the cleave will. Now, if I can get her to here, she can see him. So we'll start with Anari. And 1, 2, and she can draw line of sight to him. She's going to attempt to dodge to the attacker. Also, this is sitting in the square. So he'll attempt to dodge to the attacker, but we're ice spiking him. Because if I hit, I slow him down. Hits the 14. Hit. 3 hits. So he has to dodge 3 successful times. Agility 8. Fail. He takes all 3 hits. But he does dodge 1. Because you can dodge out of engagement. So he's dodging out of engagement towards Anari. And these are POW 11s. If any of them get lower than 11, 1, 2. And I did 2 points of damage to him, and he's dead. Okay, we killed him. Hooray. Do I get anything for killing him? Yeah. Okay. Oh, if there are no more profane burners. Okay. So now we would just leave. So we get my knife back. There are no more encounters. We've successfully we made it. Oh, that actually had somebody get their ass knocked over. All right. So we made it. We cleared all of these. So instead of giving myself the actual counters, I'm writing down what fates I have. Also, damage is persistent. So Sagan actually has a point of damage on it. I already have Fate A. I now get Fate C because I cleared both barriers. So, let's read our ending. If there are no more profane barriers present when the heroes leave the field through exit, receive Fate C. If they made it through the quest, Anari and Na'ra may proceed to Hilltop Temple and rally with Sagan and Theros. You move cautiously along the narrow paths, keeping low as the rising dawn light threatens to expose you to the ogres ahead. They drag their spoils, loot, and the lifeless bodies of warriors and their own fallen further up the trail. With each passing minute, the cold tightens its grip. Whether it's the wind's bite or something more sinister, you can't be sure. All that matters is pressing on, hoping to reunite with your party. And next up will be Hilltop Temple. I'm probably going to have to set it up like that. Or possibly like that. Because of just space concerns. But we're going towards Hilltop Temple. This is Quest 4. This is a big one. Oh. Okay. We're going to be using the Chaos deck, and okay, this is going to be a trip. So, I'm enjoying this. I really like spells. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Slowly. I'm slowly learning what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Learning awareness and all of that is, a trick. I'm glad that we managed it. I could have just skedaddled. I could have left that barrier alone. All I had to do to win was get to the exit. But there you go. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. And hey, be kind to each other and play some damn board games. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care.